What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about the new guidelines that were just put out by, and here's the great debate that I want you to answer down below. Who? The World Health Organization or WHO? Which one do you say? Do you actually say the word WHO, or do you say just the letters WHO, or do you just say the whole thing, World Health Organization? This has been a topic of debate in my household, so I want to hear from you down below. What I want to talk about is that they have not updated their exercise recommendations in a decade, literally since 2010. And for a lot of us, that seems like just yesterday, but that was actually quite a long time ago, especially with all the research that has come out regarding our sedentary lifestyle and what we need and mobility and specific exercise modalities. So it's kind of a surprise that it's taken this long for new recommendations to come out, but luckily they have. So let's talk about the difference. There's three main elements that have changed in terms of what WHO is recommending that we do as a society in order to be as healthy as possible. Now, the first change they made was getting rid of the minimum amount of exercise set in a duration. So what I mean by that is they used to say that you could do spurts of 10-minute exercise throughout the day to get the maximum amount of benefit. Now they're saying a little is better than nothing. So even if you only have 3 minutes to really knock out something hard and intense, those 3 minutes can improve your life and your longevity and your overall wellness. Get rid of this idea of like if you don't have 10 minutes or 30 minutes or an hour that you shouldn't be exercising. If you have time to knock out a little something, get it done. And that's actually the whole basis behind Fit Women's Weekly. That's why we designed it the way that we did, was to break it up into 8 to 10 minute chunks depending on how busy your day is. So WHO, thank you for agreeing with me on that one. The second change that they made was actually opening up the types of exercise that they talk about and starting to really narrow down what a person needs. Before it was just get exercise, move your body, fold laundry, go work in your garden, go play frisbee with your kids. And while those things are great, as we get older, we've really started to realize how important strength training is to really protect our bodies mentally and physically. So now, WHO is recommending that we get at least 2 days of strength training every single week. Not only is that to help with our bone density and our muscle and our strength as we get older, but it's also proven that strength training can help do a lot for us mentally as far as depression and anxiety is concerned, which really has been neglected. We always know that exercise does that, but I feel like running and cardio really get the most exposure when it comes to our mental health. But no, strength training can really help with that. And not only with the chemical responses of the endorphins, but also it helps to build a lot of confidence. When you pick something up and you become stronger and stronger, each time you do that, you walk away from that workout being like, whew, I feel like a bad you know what, right? You feel powerful, you feel more confident, and that confidence is gonna go beyond what you did in the gym. Third change is suggesting that you limit your sedentary lifestyle as much as possible. So if you work a 10-hour job and you're sitting at a desk all day long, WHO is recommending to get up and take regular breaks and try to keep your sitting to a minimum. So if that means even having a stand-up desk that you can do like 30 minutes on, 30 minutes sitting down, or going to take a quick little water break where you maybe walk all the way outside, walk all the way in, but taking those small breaks throughout the day to break up the monotony of sitting down can really make a big difference. Again, not only for our physical health, but also our mental health as well. I think there was a study, and I need to find this exactly for the exact details, but like our brains can really only focus for something like 40 minutes at a time. So like every 40 to 60 minutes, you should be getting up, taking a little mind break before you jump right back into things. So what about the actual amount of time that we should be exercising? Well, the recommendations now say that we should be exercising for a minimum of 150 minutes to around 300 minutes per week. Of course, give or take. So that goes to about 2.5 hours to 5 hours per week. If you break that up per day, that's really not that long. Now, they're recommending that you go for a moderate level to an intense level at that time, which is about to a 5 or a 6 on the intensity level, where you're breathing hard, you're sweating, but you're able to stay consistent for the amount of time that you're working out. Now, if you're short on time, what's the best way to combat that? Well, of course, WHO is jumping on the train with what trainers have been saying forever. Don't train longer, train smarter. So if you're really stuck on time, just train a little bit harder for a shorter amount of time. So for a more intense workout, you only should be needing to go up to about 75 minutes to 150 minutes per week, and that's taking your intensity level to above a 6 if you're on that scale of a 1 to 10, where like 10 is, oh my God, I cannot move. 6, you're pushing it, so you want to really hit it hard to be able to hit the recommendations. Now, one thing that I love is that they finally figured out, if you sit all day, what kind of exercise do you need to do in order to balance out that sitting? Like, is there something that you can do, or if we're stuck at a desk all day, does that just mean that you're stuck being unhealthy for the rest of your life? No. Current research that just came out said that on average, if you sit for 8 to 10 hours per day, then you need a minimum of 30 to 40 minutes of exercise to balance out all that sitting. But I think that's the key point. This is something that I've been talking with my clients about as well. That's what it takes to balance out that sitting. That's not going to make you healthier, that's gonna make you healthy. That's gonna make you an average functioning human being. If you want to lose weight, get fitter, get stronger, you have to go beyond that. And I feel like the WHO recommendations really brings that together now, and hopefully inspires people to move more on a daily basis instead of just a 2 to 3 times per week kind of workout structure. You should be getting out and moving most days per week. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about, when I mentioned that they were talking about specific types of exercise training, one thing that they really point out is that as we get older, strength training becomes even more and more important. So it's really important for people of my age and younger, but as you get to be 65 and older, at that age where you kind of get afraid of using weights, because you're like, oh, I'm old, I'm tired, yada, yada. Like, these are exact quotes that I hear all the time. I can't move, I can't lift weights up like I used to. That's the time where strength training is actually the most important. It's gonna help with bone density, it's gonna help with your strength, and it's gonna help with balance to help fight off falls and even mental cognitive issues that can roll around as we age. So yeah, get your strength training in. This is not something that we trainers do just to try to give you the best body possible. This is what we're telling you to do to live the healthiest life possible. So I'm gonna make sure to link up the WHO description, or the WHO research down below. You guys can check that out, but I wanna hear from you guys. How many days per week do you exercise? About how long per session do you work out? And do you feel that you are, quote unquote, a healthy adult? Comment, let me know your thoughts on this. That's today's video. I hope that you guys find this interesting. I love learning about new research coming out and sharing that with you guys, and I hope that you guys enjoy hearing about it. Make sure, if you haven't already, head over to fitwomensweekly.com. On January 4th, I am kickstarting my 2021 Comeback Challenge. This is an 8-week live fitness and nutrition program where you get access to Fit Women's Weekly Live, where we put out 3 daily classes every single day that you can do live or at a later time, depending on what your schedule allows, from workouts ranging from 30 minutes to 60 minutes in length, because I want to make sure that it fits your schedule. And then you're also going to be getting an 8-week meal plan. Each meal plan is given out the week before so that you can properly prepare for it. Each meal is super simple, but full of nutrition, and I swear, you guys, I'm gonna not just like give it to you and say, good luck, have fun. The whole entire program, I'm gonna be super hands-on, making sure that you have everything that you need to not only continue on with the challenge and stay the course, but feel good about it as you go through the course. I don't want you doing this just because you're like, oh, I signed up for it. No, you're gonna be excited day after day and week after week. So head over to fitwomensweekly.com. I'll make sure to add the link down in the description below. Click it, learn about the challenge, and get yourself signed up.